We finally got to see Ahsoka Tano in live action during The Mandalorian Chapter 13. There are several things that strike me as odd, and it makes me wonder what has happened in between the last time we saw her in Rebels and this first live action appearance in The Mandalorian. We will be discussing some possibilities today on Star Wars Fanatic. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button to the bottom right of the video by either clicking my icon or by clicking the actual subscribe button just below that. Also, hit the thumbs up if you enjoy today's content. This really lets me know that you appreciate what I do. Now, I'm jumping right in. I'm sure I'm a little late with this bit of analysis since the episode has been out for a day and a half now. But nonetheless, I will be giving my character analysis of Ahsoka Tano and some speculation as to what has been going on with her since last we saw her setting off with Sabine Wren to find Ezra Bridger in the unknown regions. There seem to be some slight alterations as to the character of Ahsoka Tano. I'm not talking about her physical appearance or anything like that. I mean, everything changes from animation to live action and vice versa. What I'm talking about is the storyline. Do I think they're bad things? No, not at all. Dave Filoni wrote and directed this episode and stayed true to the character he created years ago. He knows how to write and direct Ahsoka Tano, and he did it very well. So let's take a look at some of the things that I feel like are taking her character in a new direction. Number 1. Ahsoka asks the magistrate where her master is. Later, it is revealed that the master is Grand Admiral Thrawn. This doesn't sound like much of a big deal, but the words used are very subtle and intentional at the same time. Where is your master? That means she takes orders from Thrawn. That means he has been active since we last saw him taken into the unknown regions by Ezra Bridger. This means Thrawn is around the corner pulling the strings. In other words, Thrawn is at a minimum in communication with the magistrate and controlling her. Chances are he is out of the unknown region and back. To what capacity though? Is he helping with the clone projects? I guess we will have to wait and see on that one. We thought Moff Gideon was the biggest one, but what if? Well, as Qui-Gon Jinn would have said, there's always a bigger fish. Number 2. Ahsoka is still looking for Ezra Bridger. Why do I think that? Because if Ahsoka is out looking for Thrawn, chances are he knows the last whereabouts of Ezra. So what, you say? Well, who here thinks Ezra Bridger would be staying away if he knew Ahsoka was looking for Thrawn? In other words, if Ahsoka and Sabine had found Ezra already, do you think he would just sit back at home and wait for Ahsoka to find Thrawn on her own? Or would he be out there with her in the thick of it? Ezra always did very well combating Thrawn. Ezra is headstrong, and he did not back down from a fight. Thrawn also had a hand to play in the enslavement of Ezra's homeworld, Lothal. Ezra would be in these scenes with Ahsoka if he were around. And number 3, not one time does Ahsoka correct anyone that calls her a Jedi. If you don't remember, Ahsoka left the Jedi Order after she was framed for murder and almost put to death for it. That was during the Clone Wars. At the end of the Clone Wars, Ahsoka says she is doing her part as a citizen. Yoda asks, "Not as a Jedi?" To which Ahsoka replies, "Not yet." In Season 2 of Star Wars Rebels, she is fighting Darth Vader. Vader tells Ahsoka that he killed Anakin Skywalker and that he was weak. Her reply, "Then I will avenge him." To which Vader corrects her, "This is not the way of the Jedi." She corrects him in return, "I am no Jedi." So, Ahsoka Tano has a long-standing history of correcting people when they claim she is a Jedi. However, she did not correct anyone in this episode of The Mandalorian. In fact, she almost seemed to embrace the title. Maybe I'm reading a little bit too much into these things, but I really don't think I am. Dave Filoni knows how to write Star Wars. He learned from George Lucas himself, and, dare I say, surpassed the master. He knows the words he used and didn't use with Ahsoka Tano. he knows that Ahsoka was no Jedi, and it was still written that she didn't deny it, after decades of denying it previously. The mention of Thrawn as the master to the magistrate obviously means he is active and Ezra is still to be found. So, what has Ahsoka been doing these 5 years? We don't see everything that has happened within her life in the last 5 years leading up to this, so you'll have to forgive me for speculating, but in order to find a Force user, another Force user can sense them and locate them to some degree. Ahsoka was skilled at this, and even tried to sense Anakin Skywalker after Order 66, to no avail. In these 5 years, she and Sabine have been looking for Ezra, Ahsoka using the Force to reach out to him. I believe the Force located a Force user for her. It wasn't Ezra though, it was Luke Skywalker. She found Luke, explained the hypocrisy of the Jedi Order at the time of the Clone Wars. The Empire did everything they could to wipe the Jedi from history. Yet, Master Luke Skywalker tells Rey in The Last Jedi that the Jedi and their hubris and hypocrisy allowed Sidious to take over right under their noses. Alright, you still with me? What if I'm right? What if it were Ahsoka that told Luke this? Yes, he was in with Obi-Wan's Force Ghost, but Obi-Wan and Yoda were on the council and really didn't see any error in their ways. They saw it as the dark side was clouding their vision, not that they were being hypocritical by entering a war they had no business in. Yet, Ahsoka would have seen this and told Luke all about it and how his father turned. Ahsoka then helped Luke establish a new Jedi Order, one that would be true to its founding origins. Since the original council members that had slighted Ahsoka were gone, she was now free to reclaim her status as a Jedi. I may have some of the details wrong about that, but I do believe it was that new hope in Luke Skywalker that has given Ahsoka a change of heart, and she helped complete some of his training. I truly believe Ahsoka has at least met with Luke, and she decided to rejoin the Jedi Order through him. As for Ezra, Ahsoka has been searching for him for 5 years, much like Din Djarin has been searching for a Jedi to train Grogu for about a year. I believe it will turn into an Ahsoka spin-off series. There is too much to tell without taking away from what The Mandalorian is about. A Mandalorian and his weird little adopted child. Having Ahsoka look for Ezra with Sabine, then hunt Thrawn, that would derail what the show has built on. Alright, and who do I think the Jedi is that will show up at the temple to train Grogu? Who knows? I haven't really put much thought into that. If I had to guess, though, I'd say either Mace Windu or Cal Kestis. Why? I don't know, because it makes sense, and this video isn't about Grogu or those other Jedi. So, my conclusion is that Ahsoka is once again a Jedi and is still looking for Ezra Bridger. Sabine is off on a fact-finding mission with the same goal in mind. Thrawn is pulling the strings from behind the curtain, and we will most likely see him at some point in the future. We may even see a de-aged Luke Skywalker or older Mace Windu at some point. Anyways, that's my analysis, speculation, theory, whatever you want to call it. But don't forget to hit that subscribe button to stay current on future releases. Also, hit the thumbs up to show your appreciation for hours of work I put into every video. Thank you for watching, and may the Force be with you always.